Which presidential candidate is better for your real estate portfolio and real estate for the nation of the United States of America? I'm going to break it all down right now. Hey guys, I'm Jay Lehman. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I break down all things real estate, usually right here in Central Illinois because I'm a licensed real estate agent, but this one's more of a national take on what presidential candidate would be best for your real estate goals. Right now it's Kamala Harris and it's Donald Trump duking it out in the 2024 presidential election. Now, we don't know what policies they'll implement when they actually become president, but we do know some of the policies that they've floated. Let's start with Kamala Harris. The vice president has said, I want to give a $25,000 first-time home buyer credit to people who have never bought a home to help them get into a home. Now, first-time home buyers immensely. Why? The down payment is the hardest thing for people to actually get when it comes to purchasing their own home. A $25,000 down payment is 3%, which is what you need. You need 3% down of a $750,000 home. Now, they might not have the debt to income ratio that they would need for that home, but it gives you a substantial down payment to get into your first home. Anytime we make it easier for first-time home buyers to buy a house with free money, like a $25,000 down payment credit, it's going to make asset prices like single-family homes go up in value, okay? And when they go up in value, everybody who has a house currently enjoys the benefits of wealth creation. But everybody who doesn't have an asset like a house is going to feel like they're left behind and going to feel like housing is even more unaffordable than they could ever imagine, even than it was a year or two ago. Much like we've seen from 2019 to now in the COVID years where we've seen real estate really accelerate. Kamala Harris hasn't stated, but Joe Biden has, who she is partnered with close. Obviously, she's the vice president under current President Joe Biden. And Joe Biden wants rent control, right? And they want rent control in certain cities to make sure that rent does not get out of control for renters. Now, in principle, rent control sounds like a good plan, but has never actually worked in being enforced or actually keeping rents down long term. In fact, it's been a disaster in New York and LA and everywhere else that they've tried to do rent control. And when you control rent, that's going to actually keep the asset value of like apartments at a lower level because that asset, apartments, the value of it is based on the income that's created. Expenses go up every year, but if your rent is controlled and it can't go up or it can only go up a certain amount and not keep up with the pace of expenses, the growth of apartment buildings would slow down. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump, if we know, is bullish on real estate. He got the majority of his wealth from real estate and from what he's built, not only in commercial real estate, but also from apartments and casinos and everything else. I think Donald Trump would be very, very bullish on creating a real estate market that not only goes up in value over time on the commercial side and the residential side, but he would do that by incentivizing home builders and incentivizing multifamily development to help with this housing shortage that we have. And the way he would do that would be give credits for building new units like apartments or houses, and also pressuring the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates, right? If they lower interest rates, then that makes the price of money or financing cheaper and the overall monthly payment cheaper, which will allow asset prices to increase, but your payment to stay lower. This is what we saw in 2020. The payments were really low and people were able to buy $500,000, $600,000 homes, $1 million homes. The payment was low because there was a lot of 3% and below rates. Now it's 6% and 7%, those are really unaffordable to buy. And so the price of that house has come down, right, considerably. But when we start cutting interest rates, is what Donald Trump, I believe, will want to do, we'll start to see those assets go up and more developers start building things because that will help them finance that. Now, I think Donald Trump is also going to try to lower rates, but keep inflation curtailed, because if you have inflation go up too much, builders cannot afford to buy their materials at a rate that they could build a house at using those materials that someone will actually buy. So how do we keep inflation down and also keep the interest rates down? It's always a balancing act for the Federal Reserve. And if you're Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, I believe you're both going to be printing money because the U.S. is in a debt cycle that continues to print money to pay our debts that we can't pay. And our debt, as of this video, is at $35 trillion. So both candidates will print money. both candidates will try to do different things that will stimulate housing. And so I think actually, no matter which candidate gets in office, I believe real estate values are going to go up. But this is where I would just implore you, don't wait to buy real estate and wait. Because if they continue to print money and interest rates go down, we could see this market go up quite a bit. And the people that will get the big payoff are the people that own real estate currently right now. Those are the pros, those are the cons, but vote for who you want to, but subscribe to who you like, which is me. Subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications. It helps everybody hear about all this great real estate info on this channel. And if you're looking to invest in Champaign County, I'm your guy. Let's go.